when the Colts traded for Carson Wentz this past season, they expected a playoff berth, but they were disappointed by Carson the Mess Wentz. Now, Carson Wentz is somebody who Irsay has said was a mistake he couldn't wait to fix. He was like, I think the worst thing you can do is have a mistake and try to keep living with it going forward. No disrespect to Jacksonville, but I mean, they're the worst team in the league. You play well and hard for the first quarter or so, and they're looking to go to the locker room and clean it out. I've never seen anything like that in my life, Irsay said. You say, my God, there's something wrong here. It needs to be corrected, and I think that we feel like we did. Your guy's got to pick you up through Jacksonville. He has to do it, not an option. Has to. No excuses, no explanations. And Frank Reich came out and said, the guy we got in Matt Ryan, Mr. Reliable. Mr. Reliable. I love it. I love it.
I bet you do.
And I think Jim Irsay is completely correct. Carson Wentz is somebody who Philadelphia was jealous of Nick Foles. He accomplished something that Carson Wentz would never do. Win a Super Bowl. Lead that team. Yeah, Carson Wentz did it in the regular season. But Nick Foles took it a step further.
Then became irrelevant in 6 months.
Oh, yeah. And then Carson Wentz never, ever.
Next season after that?
After the Super Bowl, went to Jacksonville.
No, after the Super Bowl, he was still there that next season.
He didn't start.
But he did in the playoffs, and he was damn good.
What are you talking about, bro?
That next season.
Yeah, you're I don't know what something.
He went to Jacksonville.
The next year, he did not.
Carson Wentz started that next year.
He did start that next year with Foles as his backup.
I'm almost positive.
You might be thinking about
against Chicago. No, I'm sorry. Against the Saints, that Alshon Jeffrey dropped that ball and was picked off. Foles threw that ball.
Yep. He's right.
He went to Jacksonville 2 years later?
Whenever his contract was up.
I thought it was the year after. I thought it was the year after he won the Super Bowl.
They almost beat the Saints in the playoffs.
Yes.
You're right. But look at that. Carson Wentz never was able to successfully capture the Eagles' locker room. Many reports of players calling him not a leader. They didn't like his leadership style. He goes to Indianapolis. It was a failure. The Colts were winless in games where JT didn't rush for over 100 yards. Matt Ryan, we talked about it already. He's a significant upgrade. Frank Reich, he's been Mr. Steady for 14 years. He's been better than steady. Matt Ryan with this team is going to the playoffs. I've said it before. Carson the Mess Wentz was the problem. Matt Ryan is the contractor, man. He's a construction worker. He's gonna fix this mess.
So Paris Campbell's gonna be able to be a wide receiver too this year?
He can with Matt Ryan. We saw Russell Gage put up a 700-yard season with Matt Ryan.
He's much better than Paris Campbell.
Matt Ryan, we just went through his weapons he had in his MVP season. Outside of, I know Julio was exceptional, but outside of him,
Taylor Gabriel was solid.
Oh my God,
I'm not saying he
Taylor Gabriel.
Solid.
Paris Campbell can't be Taylor Gabriel.
Devontae Freeman and Tevin Coleman, Julio Jones, Mohamed Sanu, Taylor Gabriel.
One of the best play callers in the NFL.
I would take JT
now.
over Tevin Coleman and Devontae Freeman.
Bro.
All right, so the running back, we know the Colts win that. So that's not even a debate. They had one of the worst defenses in the NFL.
Devontae Freeman was coming off one of the better
The Colts last year,
He was great.
regardless of what you say about, oh my God, they have no weapons. Top 10 offense and defense. Matt Ryan is going into that situation. Put some respect on Matty Ice.
The complete failure that Carson Wentz was had a top 10 offense.
Put some
27 and 7 last season.
Put some respect on Matty Ice.
The complete failure Carson Wentz had a top 10 offense.
You're going to see Matt Ryan have a great season, and I
don't doubt it.
I've said it before. I said it last week. I said it again. I can't wait to see the look on your face
when he
has that type of
I
season.
said he's an upgrade over Carson Wentz, but that doesn't change the outlook on the Colts.
If Paris Campbell is their wide receiver 2 going into next season, I am not even thinking about them being
best case scenario is first round playoff exit.
I mean, Joe says all this, and that's all high and mighty talk. Last year, with a receiver that wasn't a notable wide receiver 2, the Colts managed to come within 3 points against the Rams. They completely blew out the Bills, a team who we had as contenders, who's one of the best teams in the AFC. They beat the Niners. I mean, they show they can beat great teams.
You see weird things in the NFL.
Okay, so I'm
Jags
saying
beat the Bills.
don't be
Jets
so
beat the
sure
Bengals.
they're a first-round exit because Matt Ryan is that guy.
I'll be honest, put the mortgage on it. That's their upside. I don't even know if they make the playoffs. I don't know how much better than Tennessee they are. You know what the issue is?
Their only chance of making the playoffs is
the
winning
division.
the division. That's it.
They're going to win it easily.
Easily is crazy.
You know, it's funny. It's ironic that Irsay says that it was a mistake because the mistake was trading a first-round pick for Carson Wentz. Because if they didn't, they would have had the 16th overall pick. Maybe you could get one of your guys if you like a Kenny Pickett or Malik Willis, who I'd rather have than Matt Ryan going forward. Maybe not for this season, but at least you got a franchise guy and you're not in this quarterback purgatory
that crazy.
You're stuck. What, 37-year-old Matt Ryan? What happens a year from now? 2 years from now?
He has the most expensive cap hit in the NFL.
What happens a year from now, 2 years from now for the Colts? Now you have another quarterback. And
Matt
you
Ryan
think
can play at a high level for 3 years.
He's like 38, bro.
He can play at a high level for 3 more seasons.
He's Drew Brees?
He can be. I don't know why. Why not? Why are you counting out Matty Ice?
Because it's Matt Ryan. It's not.
We're talking about a future Hall of Famer, you're saying Kenny Pickett. Check yourself, man.
Yes, for this Colts team, sure, Matt Ryan is the better fit because they're ready to win now.
And that's what they need.
They shouldn't have traded first of all, trading a first-round pick and a third for Carson Wentz was crazy.
And they got compensation back.
They did, but not a first-round pick.
Okay.
They got they swapped thirds and got a 3 and maybe a 2 on top of it.
So you agree it was
pick.
a mess. Carson Wentz, the mess.
No, you just told me that a top 10 offense, he had 27-7 touchdown
they
interception
didn't make the
ratio.
playoffs, so.
They didn't. They were a game away?
Failure. Exactly.
They make the championship.
And why did they miss it?
So has Matt Ryan failed his entire career? He never won a chip.
Why did the Colts miss the playoffs?
Because Wentz fumbled the bag down the stretch.
Oh, you think Matt Ryan would have did that?
Probably not. I've been on record how many times Matt Ryan is an upgrade.
Fumbled the bag in the Super Bowl.
28-3, probably the biggest
3 touchdowns, 0 picks.
The biggest fold in NFL history.
It does matter.
All in the first half.
It does matter. It doesn't matter.
First half with the splash of the third quarter where Tevin Coleman caught a
so many things in that game had to happen for the Patriots for that game to go
and
sideways.
They did, and it happened.
Yeah. What about the interception Tom Brady threw that the defender did not catch and Julian Edelman caught the ball?
That's a fantastic play by Julian Edelman.
No, it is, but that's also a misplay that could have ended the game.
It's one of the greatest catches in
All
the
I'm
Super
saying
Bowl
is that
history.
there's a lot of things involved in it. So I'm not going to pin the blame on Matt Ryan, who had 3 touchdowns and 0 picks in that game.
Through 3 quarters.
Okay. 3 touchdowns, 0 picks in that game.
Through 3 quarters.
Had one heartbreaking
He was a 10 out of 10
fumble.
for 3 quarters. 2.5, I should say.
Okay. So his performance was basically, you're telling me, did not cost the Falcons a game.
Yeah, but he choked.
It wasn't him, though.
Fourth quarter.
They could have not traded away the first-round pick, had the 16th pick, get their quarterback of the future, and then still trade a third-round pick for Matt Ryan.
The quarterback of the future is in this draft.
Maybe not. I'd rather take 16, see what I got. If he's terrible,
then get Matt Ryan.
You traded a third-round pick for Matt Ryan. You traded a third-round pick for Carson Wentz last year. You just traded a third-round pick for Matt Ryan this year. All I'm saying is you could have kept that first, had a pick, take a quarterback who might be the future,
and still have Matt Ryan,
and still trade for Matt Ryan.
Okay,
or maybe trade for a wide receiver.
I was under the assumption you were saying get the guy instead of Matt Ryan.
No, because the Colts are trying to compete now. So taking a whatever rookie is not going to help you this season. But at some point, you need to say, who's our guy going to be? Because you think Matt Ryan's going to play at a high level for 3 years. I don't say that. I don't see that exactly.
He will.
You're gonna rely on 40-year-old Matt Ryan, and you're gonna have to play Mahomes, Herbert, Josh Allen. Good luck. You're gonna get 40 clips.
Matt Ryan will play at a good enough level to give the Colts time to find the quarterback in the future. How about that?
But they're gonna be good. They're gonna be picking
Phillip
like
Rivers
the.
did it. Why can't Matt Ryan?
What do you mean?
Phillip Rivers played it fine at an old age. Why can't Matt Ryan?
And then eventually was his
the
season after he left.
They still made the playoffs.
The season after he left, they got the 6th overall pick or whatever.
Because the quarterback was ass.
Wait, who are you talking about?
I'm saying because then eventually they got Justin Herbert.
Are you saying no, bro? I'm talking about the Colts with Phillip Rivers.
Yeah, who got to the playoffs and lost.
My point being is we saw it with Phillip Rivers at an old age still be able to bring a team to the
39.
playoffs.
Yeah, well, I said your upside is a round 1 playoff exit, just like Phillip Rivers did.
I understand, but I'm just saying to his point, I don't completely disagree.
You act like Matt Ryan is one and done. He's not going to be one and done in Indy.
They could release him next year with 0 dead money.
But he's not going to be one and done. I think he restructures, if anything.
He could, but I'm just saying
one and done in Indy.
His contract is not set up ties him to the Colts.
The Colts have found their quarterback for the next 2 to 3 seasons. Book it.
Okay.
I don't disagree.
I don't disagree because they don't have. There's no better option.
There is no better option.
Like you have the 16th, 15th best quarterback in the league.
You don't need a better option when you have Matty Ice.
There's like 14 better options. They're just unattainable because they're all so much better. No team is trading them.
You don't need it.
Like, what's Matty Ice's ceiling this season?
He can have a top 10 quarterback season.
Like 10 flat? Do you know what?
Like
We're
10
talking
flats.
great, bro. We're talking like this league.
Matt Ryan has
it's
a lot
the
left in the
best
tank.
quarterback talent we've ever seen throughout the
Matt
league.
Ryan has a lot left in the
All
tank.
right, so 10.
Can
Maybe,
he have a better season than Kyler?
Yes.
No way.
God.
Oh my god.
He can. I'm serious. He
No,
can.
he cannot.
He can do it.
There's no.
I'm not high
I
on
think
Kyler.
he could have
Yeah,
more
we
passing
know.
yards.
You're
but
full.
that's
You're
it.
full.
He could have more
He
passing
can have
yards.
more
That's the
passing
only
yards
thing
and
I
passing
see.
touchdowns than Kyler.
Not being high on Kyler tells
He's not
me
gonna have more
all I
total
need to know
touchdowns.
about.
He's
Not
not
really.
gonna have more. He's not gonna have more total yards or total touchdowns than
you
Kyler.
think? Okay, so friendly wager.
Okay.
Actually, I'm tired of making wagers because I just lost to the Spurs dude. Matt Ryan will have more passing touchdowns than Kyler Murray. Book it.
Can I get total?
No, because I know rushing into account. I'm talking about passing
Well,
only.
that's such a big part of Kyler's game. He's
No.
a top 3 rushing quarterback in the
you
league.
don't want. So Matt Ryan has enough left in the tank for you to be fearful about that. bet.
What Kyler put up last season? How many passing touchdowns?
26
did he have?
touchdowns, I believe. Start it up.
And he missed 4 games.
He had 24 touchdowns
24.
in 14 games, so he missed 3 games.
Matt Ryan had 20 touchdowns, and he played the whole season with nothing.
You know what? I'll take that bet.
Okay.
Can we get it? Can I get on this still, or you just withdrew?
No, you got. We can all get on this.
All right, sure. Let's call it a 3-way.
In. All right, how much?
I'm done betting, bro.
So what are we doing here?
It's a friendly wager.
It's terrible.
What do we have? We have the Gabe Davis bet.
Bro, also, one thing I forgot. Jaguars, Dolphins, more wins.
The bet is off.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
It's off,
You
bro.
shook on it in March. That's on you.
No.
Sorry.
The bet is off after the
No,
Tyreek
it's
Hill
not.
trade. It's off.
Sorry. bro.
We gotta ask the friend. We gotta
Exactly.
Let us
Pick
know
a
in the
side. Let us know in the comments. Is
Bro,
he getting away with that?
I had-
FinFam, stand up. Come
The
on.
Dolphins had no Teron Armstead. They had no Tyreek Hill. Come on, bro. That changes the entire trajectory of the Dolphins.
We were projecting them to get how much in this
how many?
offseason?
How many people predicted them to get Tyreek Hill, bro? Nobody.
We
did.
projected them to get Chris Godwin and Teron Armstead.
No, we didn't.
They got the notch above.
Chris Godwin, he got franchise tagged early.
Well, there you go. That's
Come
just
on,
what
bro.
happens.
Nah, bro. Nah.
Sorry, bro. You're gonna
I'm
have to
not-
owe me
nah,
100 beans.
Nah, bro.
You're
That
gonna have
bet.
to owe me 100
That bet
beans.
is off.
Pick a
bro.
side's gonna let us know. Sorry.
That bet is off.
All right, listen.
The bet is off.
If they tell you that the bet's still on, you got to ride. Simple.
I don't care. No.
Unbelievable. This guy's not a man of his word
Sign
now.
out of this.
I think you were actually gonna owe me a jersey. That's what it was.
It was gonna be
Was
a jersey.
All right, sorry. So listen, that's firm.
Actually, how about I'll make a different bet with you within the same realm of these talks. The same thing we're doing here. I still think Trevor Lawrence has a better season than Tua.
Done.
Okay.
All right, so
That-
we're doubling it now.
That's
how are
no,
we-
no. That's the new bet.
We need
That's taking
We
over.
need to quantify this. What are
This
we
is
looking
crazy.
at? Complete like.
He's going to have more passing touchdowns. He's going to have a better passer rating, and I think he has more yards than your guy.
What about
Tua.
completion percentage? Can we throw that in there also?
Tua will have a better completion percentage.
I'm sure you
That's
know
because
that.
he
I'm sure you
throws
know that.
2-yard passes.
Uh-huh.
Trevor Lawrence will have an all-around better quarterback season.
I like my Miami bet better. And
That's because you
I
know
take
you'll
both.
lose this one.
No, but I take both. Like,
Because you
one's
know
a
Tua's
lock.
not that guy.
My God.
Tua is not that guy.
I take
If you're
both.
so confident,
I said I want to take both.
If you're so confident, take this bet.
I wanna
instead of
take
that.
both.
No, it's a replacement bet only.
That's not how it works because you already owe me a jersey.
Bro, I've been withdrew my money out the bet. I've been cashed out.
What's been?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
cashed out.
I've been cashed out.
So I
I'm
wasn't
off-
aware of this?
I'm off. I was gonna let you know on the show, and I just did. That's your notice.
This is unbelievable. So what do I get in compensation for this?
They haven't played a game yet. I could always back out.
What are you talking about? Is that how bets work?
It is.
Have
how
you ever heard a bet work like that?
Wait,
News to me.
wait. Bets when you place bets, you can back out until the game starts.
Sorry, bro. The cash out bar right now is completely grayed out. You can't cash out.
That happens. It happens.
Listen, the bet's off, mister.
This is insanity.
Simple as that.
Pick a side. Let us know in the comments. Is this guy off the hook? The answer is absolutely not.
I have to be.
No,
I
you're
have to
not.
be.
You're not.
Take
We
the-
gotta ask the Patreon chat.
For the fact
what we
alone
gotta
that
do.
you said that the Jaguars are going to be better than the Dolphins, you deserve this.
I had no understanding that Tyreek Hill was going to be their receiver.
But you knew Teron Armstead was going to be there. You knew Tua was going to be there.
I didn't know Teron Armstead was going to be there. He didn't get signed yet.
But
He-
that was
he
a
didn't.
lock.
It wasn't a lock.
It was a lock.
It wasn't a
a
lock.
lock is a stretch.
The lock of the century.
It wasn't a lock.
Deshaun
It
goes
was-
to New Orleans.
It was.
He stays.
It caught people off
No,
guard.
it didn't catch me off guard.
It caught me off guard.
Look at my notes.
Definitely.
I was ready for it months ago.
That's true though. If he goes to the Saints, Teron stays.
Maybe.
Teron was gonna stay.
He stays.
That's what I'm saying. So
If your grandmother had balls, she'd be your grandfather.
He's got a great point.
all I'm saying is that I had no knowledge Miami was gonna get Teron Armstead and Tyreek Hill. That changes a lot of things. Those are 2 game changers. Those are 2 of the best at their position. That changes a lot.
All right, how many wins does Miami have? How many wins does Jacksonville have?
I think Miami will win 10 games comfortably. I think Jacksonville will win 6, 7.
So you think Tyreek and Armstead give Miami 3 to 4 wins?
Yep.